Death, the ultimate enigma, has captivated humanity since the dawn of consciousness. It's a universal destination, yet its mysteries continue to intrigue and frighten us. While cultures and beliefs surrounding death vary widely, the biological processes that occur after death are remarkably consistent. Our physical bodies, once vibrant and full of life, embark on a fascinating and complex journey of transformation. This essay delves into the science of death, exploring the stages of decomposition, debunking myths, and examining the ethical implications surrounding our final act. Defining the precise moment of death has evolved alongside medical advancements. Historically, the cessation of breath and heartbeat marked life's end. However, with the advent of life support systems, a more nuanced definition emerged: brain death. Brain death signifies the irreversible loss of all brain function, including the brainstem, which controls vital functions like breathing and heartbeat. Even when machines artificially maintain these functions, a brain-dead individual is legally and medically deceased. This distinction is crucial for organ donation, as viable organs can be procured from individuals declared brain-dead. Dying is not an instantaneous event, but rather a gradual process that unfolds in stages. While each individual's experience is unique, there are common physiological changes that occur as death approaches for everyone. The body's systems begin to shut down, leading to a noticeable decrease in blood pressure and body temperature. Breathing becomes shallow and irregular, often accompanied by a distinct rattling sound known as the death rattle. As circulation slows down, the skin may take on a bluish hue. Eventually, all vital functions cease completely, marking the biological moment of death. Immediately following death, a series of predictable changes occur in the body, known as post-mortem changes. These changes are crucial for forensic investigators as they provide vital clues about the time and circumstances of death. Algor mortis, the cooling of the body, begins almost immediately. This process is influenced by various factors such as the environment, clothing, and the body's initial temperature. Body temperature drops gradually until it reaches the ambient temperature of the surrounding environment. Typically, the body cools at a rate of about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, but this can vary. Rigor mortis, the stiffening of muscles, sets in a few hours after death. This process usually begins within 2 to 6 hours and can last for up to 72 hours. This occurs due to chemical changes within muscle cells, causing them to contract and become rigid. The depletion of ATP in the muscle cells is a key factor in this process. Livor mortis, also known as lividity, is the discoloration of the skin due to the pooling of blood in the lower portions of the body. This begins within 30 minutes to 2 hours after death and becomes fixed in 6 to 12 hours. These post-mortem changes are used by forensic investigators to estimate the time of death and gather clues about the circumstances surrounding death. By analyzing the extent and progression of algor mortis, rigor mortis, and livor mortis, investigators can piece together a timeline and better understand the events leading up to and following the death. This information is invaluable in solving crimes and providing closure to families. Section 5. Decomposition, nature's recycling process. Decomposition, the process of the body breaking down into simpler substances, is a natural and essential part of the ecosystem. It plays a crucial role in nutrient cycling, returning valuable nutrients back to the soil, which in turn supports new life. It begins shortly after death, driven by a combination of internal and external factors. These factors work together in a complex interplay to ensure that organic matter is efficiently recycled. Internal factors include the breakdown of cells and tissues by enzymes, while external factors encompass environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, and insect activity. Insects, such as beetles and flies, play a significant role by consuming and breaking down tissues, accelerating the decomposition process. The process typically begins with autolysis, the self-digestion of cells by their own enzymes. During autolysis, cellular membranes become permeable, allowing enzymes to leak out and digest the cell from within. This is followed by putrefaction, the breakdown of tissues by bacteria and other microorganisms. Putrefaction is characterized by the production of gases and the release of fluids, which further break down the body's tissues. Putrefaction produces gases, causing bloating and an unpleasant odor. These gases include methane, hydrogen sulfide, and ammonia, which contribute to the characteristic smell of decay. Over time, the body's tissues are broken down into simpler compounds, eventually leaving behind only skeletal remains. These remains can persist for years, slowly breaking down and contributing to the mineral content of the soil, thus completing the cycle of life and death in nature. Section 6. A glimpse beyond near-death experiences. Near-death experiences, or NDEs, have long fascinated and perplexed researchers. These experiences are often described as life-changing, leaving individuals with a profound sense of purpose and a new outlook on life. These are profound subjective experiences reported by individuals who have come close to death. People from all walks of life, regardless of age, culture, or religion, have reported remarkably similar experiences. Common themes in NDEs include out-of-body experiences, feelings of peace and euphoria, encounters with deceased loved ones, and a review of one's life. Some describe moving through a tunnel towards a bright light, while others recount meeting spiritual beings or hearing beautiful music. While the exact nature and cause of NDEs remain a mystery, some scientists believe they may be explained by physiological changes in the brain during periods of oxygen deprivation. This theory suggests that the brain, in a state of crisis, creates these vivid experiences as a coping mechanism. Others suggest that NDEs may provide evidence for consciousness existing independently of the physical body. This perspective opens up intriguing possibilities about the nature of human consciousness and what happens after death. Despite ongoing research, NDEs continue to spark debate and intrigue. The phenomenon challenges our understanding of life, death, and the boundaries of human experience. As scientists and researchers delve deeper, the hope is to uncover more about these extraordinary experiences and what they reveal about the human condition. Section 7. Dispelling myths. Death through a scientific lens. Numerous myths and misconceptions surround death, often stemming from cultural beliefs or a lack of scientific understanding. One common myth is that hair and nails continue to grow after death. In reality, the skin dehydrates and retracts after death, giving the illusion of hair and nail growth. Another myth is that dead bodies can move. While muscle twitches or spasms can occur shortly after death, these movements are involuntary and do not indicate any form of consciousness or life. Understanding the scientific realities of death helps dispel these myths and provides a clearer understanding of the physical processes involved. Section 8. New discoveries. Unveiling death's secrets. Advancements in scientific research continue to shed light on the mysteries of death. One recent discovery involves the phenomenon of gene expression after death. Studies have shown that certain genes, including those involved in stress response and wound healing, can become more active in the hours and even days following death. This unexpected finding challenges our understanding of death as a complete shutdown of biological processes and raises intriguing questions about the potential for manipulating these post-mortem gene activities. Section 9. Ethical considerations. Respecting the deceased. The study of death and the handling of human remains raise important ethical considerations. Respect for the deceased and their families is paramount in all aspects of death care, from medical pronouncements of death to funeral arrangements and scientific research. Informed consent is crucial for organ donation and the use of human bodies in research or education. Cultural and religious beliefs surrounding death must also be respected and accommodated whenever possible. Ethical guidelines and regulations are in place to ensure the dignified and respectful treatment of the deceased. Section 10. Conclusion. Death, the ultimate mystery. Death, the inevitable conclusion to life, remains a profound mystery despite centuries of scientific inquiry. While we have made significant strides in understanding the biological processes that occur after death, the nature of consciousness and the possibility of an afterlife continue to elude us. Death serves as a stark reminder of our own mortality and the preciousness of life. By confronting our fears and embracing a scientific understanding of death, we can approach this universal experience with greater knowledge, compassion, and perhaps even a sense of wonder.